Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today I'll be talking about something which is not related to the Valkyries, but rather which is more of an important part of the game, and that place is called the shop. Okay, so I'll be explaining on what type of item you should be getting on a regular basis from the shop. That is point number one, and point number two is at the end of the day how you can compromise some of the things which might be available in the shop, but sometimes it is better to not to get them. Okay, so before starting this video, do understand that in case if you want to get any other type of tutorials related stuff regarding Honkai Impact, then I suggest that you go to my website. This website is called King1993 Gaming. Basically speaking, this is a website where I basically upload all of the Honkai related stuff, such as I have at the moment uploaded many of the guides related what type of weapon, stigmata set, and even elf character to get in the game, so to make sure that your overall gameplay is gonna be extremely good, so that you will be able to get higher score on defeating every type of enemies in the game. Okay, and in case if you are wondering, okay, why is the game URL so bad, okay, do not worry, the link of this website will be given in the description, so you should be able to get to this website without any problem. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started with the shop. Okay, go to the supply. Once you have entered the supply, go to shop. Once you have entered the shop, there will be 4 options. These are the main categories and each one will have their subcategories. So today's topic will be about activity shop. Okay, now activity shop has 7 subcategories. Now out of these 7 subcategories, the currency here in the Elysian shop is called rusted insignia. You can get this rusted insignia from the Elysian realm. Okay, and here's the thing, there are version limited, weekly limited, and there are one-time limit. Okay, for example, this Miss Pink Elf, okay, and this Bronia Zaisik, these are one time only. Basically speaking, whether you are new or old doesn't matter. Once you have gotten all of them, you will not be able to get them again. Now this Honkai chart and these optional components or whatever it is gonna be only available in version limited only. Basically speaking, currently the version which I'm playing right now is 5.3, and once 5.4 comes out, we'll be able to get these Honkai shards and these optional components again. Okay, now as for this partial lens, phase shifter, booster, and this times will pass, you will be able to get all 4 of these on a weekly basis. Basically speaking, if you have enough of these rusted insignia, you will be able to get this, so there is no problem with that. And that is basically what concludes this Elysian shop, that you will be able to not get this once you have all of this. You will be able to get this once every new versions come out, and you will be able to get this on every new Monday. Now let's talk about War Treasury. Now War Treasury has 2 type of currency here. One of them is called Ancient Legacy, another one is called Ancient Willpower. Now Ancient Legacy, it will take a lot more time when compared to Ancient Willpower. Okay, so in case if you're wondering, okay, what about this? Well, this is basically a conversion. Okay, for example, you can convert these what do I call this, asteroid. Yep, you can convert this asteroid into Ancient Willpower. Okay, now in case if you are wondering, okay, are there any type of priority list? Yes, there are priority list. For example, if you want to get a max quantity of damage output using DPS character, then the very good DPS character in the game available right now is Miss Pink Elf, this Molotov Cherry. Basically speaking, once you have Molotov Cherry at SSS rank, you can obviously convert her into an augmentation and use her augmentation to do even more damage, which is called Fervent Tempo. So you can use Fervent Tempo to do a lot more damage, and obviously at the end is gonna be Fallen Rosemary. Now Fallen Rosemary is the second strongest lightning damage dealer in the game at the moment, and also a sub DPS. So obviously from that point on, if you want to get a very strong DPS characters in the game, then Miss Pink Elf is one option, this Molotov Cherry is another option, and this Fallen Rosemary is another option, which is why, as you can see here, I have gotten these two at their max potential because they are that type of thing that they can do a lot of damage. And as for Miss Pink Elf, I am also collecting this at the moment, but my collection is stopped because I also need to collect this Celestial Hymn and this Black Nucleus. Okay, so that is basically it for the DPS. Now what about for the support? Now for the support character, you might want to get the Celestial Hymn, which can do a lot of physical damage. You want to get this, you might want to get this Night Moonbeam, which will do Time Factor, and you might also want to get this because of our elemental damage dealing, and again also this one which is called Fallen Rosemary, because Fallen Rosemary will be able to provide you with a lot of elemental damage as well. Okay, so obviously from that point of perspective, I have shown you both the support and the DPS character from these War Treasury parts. Okay, and if you have all of them at SSS rank, then you can collect rest of the others, and that is up to you, like which type of Valkyrie character you want to use. Now there is another thing that I forgot to mention. One of them is, now in my previous part 1 video, I said that do not get these fragments here using crystals. Instead you can get it from other places, and this is basically the other places, the War Treasury, where you can get these materials. Okay, so instead of getting this 6 Serenade using crystals, you can basically get 6 Serenade with using this Ancient Willpower, which is a lot better because using crystals is a very rare option, and you must not use crystal without thinking about it like 5 to 6 times. Okay, okay, now we are in the part where I'll be talking about the battle arsenal. Now the good thing about battle arsenal is you will be able to get all of these materials, okay, on a weekly basis. Basically speaking, I have maxed out these Starlight Astrologos and this Dark Jonin, but the reason I was able to do so because this thing what should I call it, this thing refreshes every week, and because of that I was able to get them at SSS rank, and the similar thing will be happening to this one as well. So if you are the type of person who just want to get a large quantity of Valkyrie characters, then you can get at least 5 of them from this battle arsenal. Or rather, if you want to get materials to upgrade your pre-arm, then SC metal is here. If you want to get G2 stigmata set, then you can definitely use this one. If you want to, let's say, turn many of the characters into augmented character, then you can get this smelted core. Now you can get smelted core even more amount from this Treasury Shop. As you can see here, you can get up to 20 smelted core from this shop, and you can get 10 of them from here. Okay, and even though you can get it 10 from here, there is no need for you to do that unless you want to get them as fast as possible, because you need to upgrade a certain character as fast as possible. Then you can get it from here. It is up to you. Like, this place is so free that I will not give you any type of recommendation on which one to get and which one is not to get. Okay, you can use it on your own will, because this one refreshes every week, and the amount you are gonna get is gonna be extremely high. But overall, the usage is up to you, okay, on how you can get them. Okay, now we are in the co-op shop. Now in the co-op shop, the main currency here is anti-entropy imaginary core and this spirit jet. Now for the spirit jet, you can use the spirit jet to get Honkai shards, and 3 of these Honkai shards. When you have 3 Honkai shards, you will turn it into Honkai core, which will be useful in upgrading a 5-star weapon to higher upgrade. Okay, now you can get all of the others here, but here's the thing, this one is version limited only. Basically speaking, you can only get up to 3 is Honkai shards per version, like it is 5.3, and in 5.4 it will refresh again. But for this 3 here, this 3 can basically upgrade, sorry, This tree basically refreshes once every month. Now the limit is given here. This phase shifter, you can get 30 of this. You can get this spirit jet using this anti-entropy code, that is up to 40 per month, and you can get this mind stone up to 4 per month. As simple as that, nothing else to say here. Okay, now we are in the Mirage store. Now Mirage store is gonna be very important store for you. Let me tell you why. First of all, let's talk about this. This one is called time swill pass, and the amount of time swill pass you'll get in each version is gonna be up to 50. So if you have 50 of these time swill pass, okay, that is gonna be it. You have to wait for next version to come out. Okay, very problematic thing. Now the question is why? Because if you have enough of this time swill pass, obviously you are gonna be using this time swill pass on the Mirage, okay, like on the universal Mirage. Now once you have this time swill pass, obviously you can exchange them and get a lot more ether fuel and this crystal or crystallite, okay, and only then you will be able to get this G3 or G4 stigmata set. Otherwise it is not possible. Okay, so this is the first thing in the time swill pass, that there is a limit, version limit, and there is another one which is called weekly limit. Okay, for this weekly limit, do not use crystals. Rather, this one is gonna be so long to get that eventually when next version is gonna come out, only near 1 week ago, you will be able to get all 50 of this. Okay, and once every Monday you will be able to get another option here, I think summer. Okay, this one. So these two are basically weekly thing. In every Monday you will be able to get about 90 of this time swill pass and about 20 of these time swill pass. Okay, so you'll be able to get a lot of these from this weekly thing. Okay, so there is no need to fret about it. You will be able to get a lot of them, but whatever you do not use crystals here. Now spatial lens, now you will be able to get about let's see, 400 of these spatial lens per month. Okay, but in order to get this spatial lens, you must need to have this stigma resonance, and you need about 500 stigma resonance to get about 50 of this. So obviously it is a big hassle. And not how is it a big hassle? Because in order to get stigma resonance, 500 of these stigma resonance, it will take about 4 weeks to get them. So the reason I can't get a lot of these is because the stigma resonance takes a lot of time to get them. Okay, and here is the other thing, that you can basically convert this ether fuel into these other materials, but I highly suggest you don't do that. Okay, why is that? Well, the thing is, instead of turning this ether fuel into these things, okay, don't do that. Instead, you will definitely need to be going to this universal Mirage and try to collect this crystallite from these places. Okay, from these places, instead of turning ether fuel into those crystallite, because it is gonna be waste of time and it's gonna be waste of resources. So obviously from that point, don't do that. Okay, now in case if you are wondering, okay, I have all of the G3 stigmata set or G4 stigmata set. Okay, now what can I do? Now at that point, there is this thing called reroll devices. So basically speaking, what these reroll devices are, these are materials to make sure that you get up to 15 to 20% of attack on 2 slots of your stigmata set or pieces. Okay, stigmata pieces. For example, let's say I am clicking. So let's say I have clicked on this Marco Polo T and I have clicked on this FX. Now it will basically show me that which type of attack is available here. Okay, now these are different types of attack. Okay, and basically speaking, you can just change those attack patterns into some other type of attack patterns where the stigmata set is gonna become even more powerful, like having 20 attack, like 20 plus 20, 40 attacks is a lot higher than having individual types. For example, this cannon and scythe user 13.4, and this blade and cross users are 16.5. So basically speaking, they are not aligned with each other, so which is why these are not going to be that much useful. That is exactly where these things reroll devices comes in, and it will basically give you more attack percentage from that category. Okay, so these are highly important thing, but again it is up to you whether you want to do it at the beginning part of your game, but at the later part of your game I do not know. But if you are a beginner, then I suggest that you do this at the later part of your game. Okay, okay, now we are at the Armada Terminal. Now in the Armada Terminal you can use these things called Ranger Kits, and you can get these Ranger Kits from these three places. The reason this is currently showing a gray in color, it basically means this sim battle is not available at the moment, but when this sim battle is gonna be available again, you can use them again. Okay, for some reason it looks exactly like Durandal's shield. I do not know, maybe it does look like it anyway. So these Ranger Kits, okay, once you have enough of these Ranger Kits, your first priority is to get this Dawn supply card. Okay, so once you have this Dawn supply card, obviously you need to collect it, because you can use this Dawn supply card in the Dawn supply, okay, in this place, because you'll be able to get a lot of Valkyrie characters from here. Okay, now this is basically it for the Storm supply cards. You can also get it from other places as well. Anyway, so there is another thing which is called Honkai core, or Honkai cube, sorry. This thing is called Honkai cube, and if you have about large quantity of Ranger Kits, obviously you can get up to 1 Honkai cube per day. So this is obviously your secondary options, because getting Honkai cube is actually a hard thing to do, because it requires a lot of material to get this Honkai cube or Honkai core, whatever it is called. Now in case if you're wondering, okay, should I get this elf? No, don't get this elf. Even if your elf is at its max potential, do not get this elf. That is because you will be getting elf on a regular basis from this daily shop logistic terminal. Okay, which is why getting it from here is gonna be waste of resources, because you want to spend your resources on this phase shifter, because you'll be leading a lot of phase shifter at the end part of your game, because you'll be upgrading a lot of stigmata sets or pieces, which is why instead of using the Ranger Kits on this thing, use it on here. Okay, do not use Ranger Kits on this coin unless you have extremely low amount of coin, that is different. But at the end part of the game, you will have so much coin that you'll not be needing any coins anymore. Okay, now that is gonna be it for this place. Very easy to explain, nothing important here. Okay, now we are finally at the last part of this video, which is called the Master Shop. Now the thing about Master Shop is something that MiHoYo company must need to change. The reason behind that is all of this material, as you can see here, is a one-time limit. So whether you are a new person or an old person, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day you will be having this. And the thing is, since these are limited only, then why did I still not have all of them? Okay, the reason behind that is this school inspector emblem. The only way you can get them is to have a cadet under you. So basically speaking, once you are a higher level of captain in this game, you will become a sensei or a teacher. And once you have a certain other, let's say, players as a student or as a cadet under you, only then you will be able to get this inspector emblem. Okay, now here's the thing, I didn't got a single good quality of cadet under me, so as a result, this school inspector emblem, I didn't got much of it. I got only certain amount, by which I was able to get 6 of these time steal pass, and only let's see, 3 of this booster, and that is basically how it ended. Okay, it is something very bad MiHoYo did. Like, not everyone is gonna be as dedicated as you are, so obviously from that regards, this is a very bad option. You must need to change this. Okay, so overall, this is the conclusion of which type of item you can get from this activity shop. which will be your priority list and which will not be your priority list is have been given in this video. So if you like this video regarding this topic, then two more other topics are left, which I will be explaining in part 3 and in part 4. Okay, so anyway, if you like this type of video, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icon to get more of this type of video on a regular basis. And see you again next time.